Hi, welcome to Well Read, a program about a little bit of this and a little bit of that at your Ames Public Library. I'm Jerry Hyde, Youth Services Manager at your Ames Public Library, and I'm here today to talk about not only what you see in the library, but things that are behind the scenes and things that you can access when you're at home in the middle of the night or when you're not able to come into the library, and find out information about the library, about helping you learn different things like languages or do homework assignments or help your children with homework assignments. And with me today to help me walk through some of those databases that we're going to show you is Alyssa, our Tech Services Manager. Alyssa, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been here? Because you're not always out here in the front of the scenes. You're kind of hidden behind the scenes.
We hide behind the scenes in resource services and kind of make sure everything's running. Our department that I am in, we order all the books, we get all the books, we stamp them all, we get them all nice and ready to put out here for everyone to use. And we also work with the databases too that are behind the scenes that you don't see, getting them set up and working with them to get them ready so you can use them all the time wherever you're at.
Yeah. So personally, I think you've been, well, tell me how many years you've been here.
I came here in October of 2012, right before we packed everything up and moved.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
You were one of, probably about 3 or 4 people that we hired just right then, and we went into that abnormal normalness of 620 of our temporary location. And but you've done a lot of things since you've been here, not only helping us move, but also getting us a new ILS, which means
integrated library system. It's the software that kind of runs everything behind the scenes. We use it to pay bills, we use it to order the books, we use it to keep track of the books, we use it to help you manage your account and give you the catalog that you see that you can reserve and check out and do all those pay your bills or pay your fines online if you'd like.
Yeah, so now public, you've seen the person that actually helped make that change happen so you can access your materials easier than what we had before. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead then and go one step further deep into the catalog, and we're at our homepage here, and on that homepage there's just a wonderful amount of information that we can access, or our customers can access, and one of those happens to be some of those databases that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And so can you show us, going through the kids page, how to get to some of those databases that may be kid friendly?
If you go to the section down here, it says kids, and you can click on that. And this is a page that's set up for all sorts of any resource that you might want to use if you are not an adult doing boring research, but doing fun research.
Well, you can do research, and there's book lists, and
there's a little bit of everything
school
on here.
Information, mm-hmm. And so we kind of put everything together in our wonderful little clouds. Mm-hmm. And we have a wonderful little cloud that's called homework help. Is that where we're going to go?
Let's start there. If you see this one down here, you can just click on it, and it'll take you to the page that we've got that lists all of the databases that are good to help you with your homework. We've got a couple different resources out there. Not sure which one. Should we go alphabetically down
Let's
the
go list? Alphabetically.
Why not?
Since
it's
we're
a library.
Librarians.
Yes. The first one on the list is ABC Mouse. It's actually a really fun website. It's for kids age 2 to about 7, and it's got curriculum, it's got games, it's got puzzles, it's got books, it's got a lot of interactive activities that you can do, and all the while you're learning, which is kind of a fun way to do it rather than just someone lecturing at you. There's a lot of games that you can play.
Well, and it also, moms and dads and caregivers read to their children. This is another way that can happen.
Yes.
Having the computer read,
mm-hmm.
and then having not worksheet type of activities, but although there are some of those, mm-hmm. But some enrichment activities to help your child with comprehension and making reading fun.
Yeah, and I think there's more than just reading too. There's a little bit of other skill building too, which is really neat about it. And the first thing you do when you go is you can set up your avatar, and you can pick whoever you'd like to look like, which, depending on the day, if you want to make it look like you or if you just want to have fun. It asks you how old you are, and then you pick how old you are, ages 2 through 7. And then what this does when you hit start is it gears all the activities that you'll see behind this to the age appropriateness. So you won't have to worry about, if you're working with your 3-year-old, them getting stuff for 7-year-olds. It kind of tailors it to
guides you along the way. And as you can see, it's very, very picturesque, and it guides that way. It guides your child that way. So you don't necessarily need to know how to read in order to follow along.
And there's different activities, in each of these tabs, depending on what you want to do for that day. And, if you've used it a while, it also has a little feature that shows you what's new in case you worked through everything. There's over 7,000 activities, so it might take a while, but
we have some overachievers in our clientele, so I'm sure that might help or might happen. So they just go through there and then they can click off what they've done and
it should keep
redo.
Track. Yep. And you can just click on one and it will create little learning paths. You can see there's videos, there's books, coloring activities, interactive reading that it can read to you. You can read along with it.
It reminds me a lot of like the Nintendo and the Wii and that type of thing, that you go and you accomplish things and you go to this island and then you go and do these things.
It's really kind of more of a game than, what feels like your traditional learning. So.
And now our public probably couldn't hear, but there is some sound that goes with it. So obviously, if you have a computer here, you would need headphones and or the sound system. And but that's also a good point, because now ABC Mouse is only available here in the library. So it is not accessible at home. In your home.
So you can come here and stop by the youth desk and check out a laptop, and anywhere you want to go in the library, you can take that laptop and get onto ABC Mouse. And
it's another option from our AW computers as well. So we have, like you said, with the laptop, or is it accessible through the iPad as well?
There should be, yes. You can do it, a tablet. You can do it on your mobile even. They just got that mobile friendly. So if you have, your phone with you here, you can access our website and our database, kind of like we showed through there, and get on it as long as you're in the library.
Presence. So do we have to use our library card or anything to sign in?
You do not for this one.
Not for this one.
Nope,
okay.
Not for this one.
Oh, this is a great one.
Yes.
I've spent some time on this one, I have to say.
I've been coloring on it too, so I can't lie about that. I have been playing with this one too.
So there's lots of fun things like this, and then our next one would be Brainfuse.
That should be Brainfuse. I will hop back to.
A little bit more intellectual than this, and a higher age, although there are some preschool type of things on Brainfuse as well.
There is. We will go down here. You just click on the Brainfuse link, and it pops you up to here.
And Brainfuse is basically a tutoring site.
It's a really neat tutoring site because you can access it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they usually get back to you. I mean, there's a person at the other end of the computer screen, I guess, if you'd want to call it that. And if you have homework questions or you just need help with proofreading a paper, you can upload things to them, and a live person will actually look at your stuff and give you feedback.
And that live person can be on a beach somewhere.
Exactly.
It could be in Europe.
You could too if you're submitting your paper last minute.
That's true. That's true. And it's for all ages, so it's not just for children, it's also for adults. So if you're looking for a job and you want to put your resume out there, they'll resume help as well.
There's some college test prep if you're looking for ACT or SAT study guides. There's that's available through there. They've got flashcards. They've got you've got the option to form virtual study groups even with other people if you can get that set up, or if you know people in the school that you're at, you can set up study groups that way, so you can all be working together at home but still studying.
It's an amazing place to visit around and to take a look. And again, there's some elementary features as well as tutoring help, and all the way up to
pretty much
100.
Lifelong learning.
Learning.
Yeah, and again, it's geared appropriately for the age, and there's math skill building, there's English, there's writing, there's even language help with this if you're taking Spanish and you need someone to help you with that. They've got that for you here too.
So now, as a parent and a grandparent, I might be a little bit leery about sending my child off on this as far as security and stuff. So what kind of guarantees do we have that it's a secure site and that person on that island isn't going to come and like
Find
Ames, Iowa, and say that I'm here and wants to read a little bit more of my paper.
Much like your teachers at school, they've been vetted, they've been, there's research and there's background behind everyone that's that is working with the program. So it's not something that a creepy person, can just apply for. Yeah.
And it's a secure site.
It is a secure site as well. It's something that the library, we've researched and we've done our homework on it too, just to make sure that it is a company that we want to work with and it is safe. So
sounds like a great place to do your homework or your job applications or that type of thing. So
yeah, I like the flashcards and I like the proofreading option that they have for you, because it's nice if you're typing a lot of papers. I had to do that when I was in school, and to have someone else look at them other than making your roommate or your friend or your sister or your parents do it. So
or try to do it on your own.
Or try to do it your own, yeah.
And rewrite it 20 different times and still have it. So excellent site.
Yeah.
Another great site that we would like to recommend for you to use at home. This one you can use at home and in the library.
Yep.
So both of them.
This one you can take anywhere.
And again, we do need to sign in with our library card.
You would, if you're off-site, you would need to sign in with your library card. They also recommend making an account on here just so you can keep track of what you've studied, and if you're working with a tutor or one of the study groups, it keeps track of that, so you can do all your all your communication through here, so you don't have to give them a personal email, so they can't email you.
Another good security part of it. So. Okay, so I picked Brainfuse. What is our next one?
Let's see what else is down the list. Let's keep scrolling. There's Khan Academy, which is a really neat one. It's actually a free database that we have, but they work with the Museum of Modern Art. They pair with NASA. They've paired with MIT, and they've created all this curriculum available online for anyone to access inside the library, outside the library, and you can do that.
There we go. And Khan Academy is just a recent ad that we've done, though.
And they have a lot of really, really, you can have programming and studying and curriculum from NASA scientists, which I think is really, really neat. And you, looks like you've logged in already.
I did.
I was going to say, you're a step ahead of me here.
I did when I was looking through this and seeing what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it. They've got little badges that you can earn along the way, and again, it kind of reminded me a lot of your Mario Kart and all those kind of Wii games that you play, that you earn and you receive things and you get to go farther on in the system.
It's amazing what the little badges will get you doing. I've got other apps that I use, and I'm like, it seems like something trivial, but it's an incentive to keep going.
It just kind of gives you that little good feeling that you've
does.
accomplished something. And our little ones are no different than that. They like to have rewards as well. So, and again, like you said, science and art. And I know our homeschool families would really appreciate this one if you haven't. As I was searching through there's some programs that you might see that the library will be offering with this help as well, with the Khan's help. So, all right, let's try and do this kind of like a database 100 fast-paced selling.
Hop along to the next one?
Yes.
Let's see. Another one that we just recently added that's been really, really cool, and we've been wanting it for a while, is called Mango Premier. It's a language learning software, so if you've ever wanted to learn language, we've got 72 of them. 72 languages that are available to learn on here, and
Pirate is one of them.
Pirate is one of them. Yeah, they've got.
I thought that was so funny that Pirate is one of them.
Pirate, I think, is one of them, and Elizabethan Shakespeare, I believe, is one of them. They've even got American Sign Language, and so if you can think of it, it's probably in here. You can log in. What we recommend doing is, and this again is accessible, inside the library, outside the library. We recommend creating an account on here just so you can keep track of what you've been, your progress. Yeah. And it will keep track of the lessons that you've done and the different things that you've done. I'm just going to hit guest access today just to kind of show you a little bit behind the scenes.
And now if I was not a guest and I wanted, again, I would use my library card and my PIN number to access this in both inside and outside the library.
Correct. Yep. And they've got, you hit your landing page here. They've got all the languages. You can learn English if, English isn't your primary language. We've got an ESL course in here. And what also is really fun is specialty courses. So, if you just want a quick session on watching football and you're in Brazil, we've got a quick Brazilian Portuguese soccer watching session that you can learn so you know how to cheer
So,
with the correct team.
way.
Yes, exactly.
And say the right words
Yes.
instead of I need to go to the bathroom.
Yes, exactly.
You're cheering the team on.
Yep, it teaches you, phrases and words that you'd need in that specific situation, which is kind of cool. And it's all, again, interactive. It's all, very much you learn as you go, and they give you, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong right away. It's in real time, and you can even work on accent pronunciation and sound like a native. Yeah, if you have the headset, it'll listen to you and work with you on correcting that. It's a really cool program, and it's a lot of fun. You can watch. They've got a bunch of movies that are on here that you can watch. They're in, whatever language you're trying to learn, and so it's a really great way to get immersed in the language.
And we have a children's version that's coming.
We do have a children's version that's coming. This is, this is good for a lot. It's a wide age range, but we do have one. It's called Little Pim. It will be coming soon, and that will be geared just for elementary, middle school, the younger ages. Yeah, and so it'll have stuff appropriate.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And you can do this in the privacy of your own home.
Exactly.
And I know I was looking at the American Sign Language, and that's what it had, a video that you could follow, and it had words I already knew, which made me feel a lot more confident and like I can do this. And
it's a really great program because you can hear it and you can talk to it and you can see it. I mean, it kind of covers all the aspects of learning. Yeah.
Let's do one more because Tumble Books.
Yes.
And Tumble Books is one that we've had, and again, it's a very wonderful book for our wonderful database for our younger readers and younger users and their parents too. Again, one of those types of things that has a whole different grouping of ebooks. I guess we would call them ebooks for our little ones that they have, and then again activities that you can use. And this one you can use at home and here in the library as well.
Yeah, and I really like this one. This is a lot of fun to just play with. I mean, I don't even know how many books they have.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot, yeah. And it's interactive. It'll read to you. You can follow along. I mean, you can read to it. It's a really neat way to.
And it has access to books that our library doesn't necessarily purchase, which is a good thing too.
Yeah.
Because we can't
have everything. Sadly, as hard as we try. Yeah.
But there's puzzles and games again that kind of reinforce that literature, what you've just read and what you've just seen in the illustrations. So a great site too. Again, you can do that at home or here in the library. Like you said, Alyssa, grab a laptop from check out. I should probably say,
check out a laptop or an iPad.
Or an iPad, and go out to our webpage and find all these wonderful resources. And as you could see by the list that we were scrolling down, that there's plenty more out there. We just don't have time this morning or today to take care of that. We would like to invite you to come in and to our website and kind of search around because as much as the library itself, the physical building is your library, so is our website. It's your virtual library that you can take into your home 24 hours a day. So please go out there and take a look at those, and until next time, happy reading.